Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I'm going to be getting into the patch updates for the second major patch of the second year anniversary for Ever Crisis, featuring Advent Children. It does look like we are getting a new banner today for Tifa, Yuffie, and Sephiroth. It does look like it is another triple banner from what I've seen, which honestly is super unfortunate because I feel like across the board people are not really psyched on a lot of the things that have been implemented in this anniversary so far. I'm trying to stay positive, but I'm not gonna lie, guys, like, to be truthful, I've been feeling a bit let down when it comes to Ever Crisis. It just feels like there really wasn't too much effort that went into this whole anniversary, and I'm going to be doing like a state of the game video and talk about all of my thoughts on this sometime soon, hopefully before I do my trek to Machu Picchu, which is coming up here in less than 2 weeks, guys. So, and we are going to be taking our cat, over 16,000 feet through the Andes Mountains, so it is going to be pretty cool. Alright, so that being said, let's get into the notices. Let's check this out. Hopefully, Applebot has come through and given us something special, but only time will tell. Alright, so here we have, it does look like we might actually have we only have one full page today. Alright, so is what it is. We're going to go back to page 1 right here, and we're just going to start down here right at the bottom. Alright, so second anniversary campaign volume 2 is on now. Alright, so we can log in to get blue crystal times 1,000. I do know that some players have been upset about the fact that the login bonus was not blue crystals, even though the anniversary has been pretty generous so far. It's hard to say until the end of the anniversary. Endlessness always does a pretty good tally on the blue crystals, so hopefully she'll have something like that for everyone this time as well, so we can kind of make a comparison between anniversary 2 and 1.5. Alright, so there are going to be 1,000 blue crystals. Log in during the period to get up to lottery box, second anniversary volume 2 times 15. Alright, so more rewards is good. Clear the panel missions to get up to refined mithril times 20, mithril ingot times 20, and more. It does look like it has the new level 130 weapon parts here as well. Alright, and there is going to be a new critical threat. The Blighted Spirit Hunt is on now. The ultra high difficulty Crash is going to be here, and it is going to last, wow, actually almost an entire month. So I think these critical deaths have just been getting longer and longer and longer. But I think it's a good thing that the event is out longer. People aren't, so pressured to do it right away, especially with Guild War coming up. I think it's good that the event is a little more drawn out. Alright, so let's go. There is a new event, Battle Tower Singularity, the Vortex Tower, the 5th Clash, on now. Of course, these guys are just like, they kill it with these names, these tower names. The longest tower names in the history of towers. Alright, so clear all the floors to obtain luxurious rewards, including, so it looks like some weapon vouchers right here, some gacha tickets, and some leveling mats. Alright, there are going to be 30 floors, so that looks like it'll be a lot of blue crystals as well. Get the 5th Clash weapon voucher right here. It does look like we can choose the Shining Gloves. I can't tell if that's the Shining Gloves, Tifa's new water weapon, or her magic fire weapon. It looks pretty similar. This is the physical attack fire weapon and Yuffie's bell right there. Alright, so that's nice to see. Those are all good weapons. Battle ranking number 12, Adversaries from a Distant Land, is on now. Alright, so this battle ranking is probably going to be super fun for everyone, especially with all these anniversary weapons, at least for the people who have gotten them. The ranking in battle ranking number 12 is based on the total score, yada yada yada. Okay, we already know this. Let's see what the bosses are. First boss, strategy tip, Earth Element is effective against the Vajradhara, Tam, and Lin. Okay, cool. Alright, and then the second one, Fire Element is effective against Yuffie. I feel like we fought Yuffie a couple times in the battle ranking now, and these guys actually. They have so many monsters in the game, I feel like they rerun them a lot. I think it would be nice if they brought in, I really liked the Materia Guardian. I thought that was a great fight. Alright, so let's go back. Summon stream expanded for double summons. Wow, so we can actually fully level up the double summons now. I'm guessing what level it goes to. Ifrit and Bahamut, Shiva and Ramu, and Leviathan and Bahamut as well. Okay, right here. Double summon noble memories can be obtained as first clear reward from the following quests in the Trial of the Summon's Fury. All right, so all of these trial quests right here. I haven't put up a guide for these yet. There's been a lot going on, but I will say that J.Ro Super Saiyan 2 is a content creator for Ever Crisis, and I'm sure most of you guys know him. He does really good guides on this stuff, so I highly recommend his channel if you guys are looking to clear these. All right, he's a very, very good content creator. All right, so let's keep going. Final Fantasy VII Advent Children EC events added. All right, so let's see what we got. Events added. That makes me feel like there's more to the story, even though we basically watched Advent Children as the event. It was such a bummer because I made this whole video playing through the whole event. It was super fun. I was reacting to it. It felt kind of like an AC reaction video, and then it just got straight blocked in like every country. Super bummer, but it is what it is. It does look like there is a Sid exclusive weapon, Captain's Spear, that can now be obtained, and that is the only addition to the event. A little bit sad. There is a new step-up draw here. The only thing I'm going to say, guys, is that the first draw is free, so don't forget. The Tifa, Yuffie, and Sephiroth Limit Break draw is on now. It does look like it is a triple limited banner. I just have no idea what they're thinking with this stuff. Like, it just feels super shady, in my opinion. Like, you know, we already, all of us, you know, I get it that sometimes a double banner can actually be a good thing. It can be a good thing, guys. And even a triple banner can be a good thing if you get insane luck. The problem is that not only can it be a good thing, it can also be the worst thing, right? So, and that's what happens most of the time on triple banners, is that it's just impossible to get what you really want, you know? So it's really tough, and it just feels like a bit of a money grab, in my opinion. But let's take a look at these. Actually, they used to show the weapons in the notices. I've noticed that they haven't been doing that lately, actually. But we will check it out at the end of this video. All right, how to obtain Mako Gem, 2nd anniversary. As of September 6th, a new item, Mako Gem, 2nd anniversary, has been added to the game. Okay, yada yada yada. This is what you get from doing pulls. You can exchange for Cloud or Sephiroth's ultimate weapon. Applicable draws are from the 2 banners from this. Okay, new weapon feature draw scheduled to start September 24th, and a Reawakened Limit Break draw scheduled to start September 24th. The new weapons featured in the new weapon feature draw are not themed after the event Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. These are not limited weapons. Okay, so there's a featured draw on September 24th. This is not going to be an AC event. It's just going to be a regular banner. So that should be interesting to see. And then there's going to be a Reawakened Limit Break draw as well. Alright, so I don't really feel like this really needed to be noted upon. It's just telling us that you can get Mako Gems from these banners in September, which would have been typical anyway. So not really sure like the point of that, but it is what it is. Alright, so let's go over to the shop. Let's see what we got. Alright, so there's a Crystal Boost Volume 2 and a Crystal Boost Volume 1. I'm not going to lie, guys. Oh, wow. There's actually stock 5 out of 5 on these. These used to be 3 out of 3. Are there 5 out of 5 on this too? Holy smokes. They are really trying to bring it in right now. But I'm not going to lie, guys. This is the first anniversary ever in Ever Crisis that I have not spent a dime on the game. And honestly, it's because it just feels like a little bit of a letdown, to be honest. So it is what it is. I also had a bunch of blue crystals saved up. So who's to say if I would or would not have, but normally I would have by now. Alright, so we have some Tifa tickets, some Sephiroth tickets. It does look like a Yuffie ticket right here. We have the regular 3K packs with the weapon parts for Yuffie, Sephiroth, and Tifa. But other than that, ooh, this is an interesting one. Wow, this is actually a new bundle and a very good bundle, because normally we get this for $59.99 and it comes with 8800 red and 2 characters with 100 parts, but this is actually coming with a 3rd character with 100 weapon parts. So this is something that I have never seen in the game before. This is nice to see this. I wish that they would do this more often for anniversaries. Change the shop packs. Give us something special. A whole like special shop with great deals, you know? And not just like You could buy stuff with blue crystals, anything. I just feel like it would be cool. But that is nice to see. That's a nice thing, especially for the whales that are, you know, really pulling a lot on AC and supporting the game. It's nice that they can get a good pack like that. All right, so let's go over to the draw. We're going to take a very, very quick look at the new banner right here. All right, here we go. Okay, so yeah, that's crazy, guys. 3 costumes. 3 costumes. Now let's go to the stamp card here. Let's just see how this is even going to work, all right? So I'm guessing there's a 3rd costume slot on the 3rd page. There is. Okay, so basically, we do have guaranteed weapons going through the 3rd page, but stopping on the 4th page, same as the last one. I do think they should have left guaranteed copies on this 4th page, especially for a triple limited banner. A little bit, like, not cool of them to do that. But yeah, this is insane, guys. Like, it's literally insane to see all this stuff just stacked on here. All right, so there's a couple things I just want to quickly check out. Tifa got a new Omni Arcanum, and I want to see if it's better than her other one. Okay, it's not really. It does give boost attack all out. This is what I don't understand. What is up with this? It's just they know that they can sell a double Arcanum because people will pull Tifa no matter what. And so they just like drop this in the game, even though there's already an Omni Arcanum for Tifa. And Yuffie needed one, and she didn't get one, right? So this is the kind of stuff that just makes no sense to me overall, guys. Honestly, it doesn't really make any sense to me whatsoever. This Omni Arcanum should have been boosted to at least 35% or 40%. So it's actually a decent upgrade from the last one. It's still not going to be as good as the next gen Arcanums, like the single element Arcanums. It's not going to be as good, but they could have at least made it slightly better than the other costume. And I'll take a look at this Omni Arcanum in comparison to her other one in my to pull or not to pull video. I just wanted to get a quick look. These weapons are insane, guys, and I don't really want to go too much into them right now. But I will say, guys, this is something I didn't notice, but Liberty in my Discord pointed it out. Basically, this weapon raises the tier level of all the buffs on your entire party every time it's cast. And it can go up to extra high, right? So basically, if you have a 3-tier physical defense buff, a 3-tier magic defense buff, and a 3-tier physical attack buff, it will take all 3 of those buffs from high tier to extra high tier, which is super strong. However, please note that this weapon does not work on elemental potency buffs. All right, this is only applied to stats buffs. So this isn't going to work on the damage bonus thing that Sephiroth has on his weapons or Cloud's. It's just going to work on, from what I can tell, physical defense, physical attack, magic attack. All right, so just something to keep in mind. Not to say that it isn't a fantastic weapon, though, guys. All right, so let's go back. Let's take a look at Yuffie. All right, so she is getting a Earth Arcanum. Boosts Earth ability damage to all allies. All right, plus the Arcanum right there. Then we have her weapon, which looks to be like a next-gen magic Earth weapon. Applies Earth damage bonus when using Earth ability. Deal bonus damage equivalent to 30% of damage dealt. Okay, so this is basically exactly the same as Sephiroth's kind of bonus on his fire weapon, from what I understand. So obviously this is the next best. This is the now best magic Earth weapon in the game. Very strong. And lastly, we have Sephiroth. I still cannot believe there are 3 freaking costumes and weapons on this banner. It's just like, man, that's just crazy. My mind is like trying to wrap around it. All right, so here we have Soba. Okay, let's go back. All right, so this is going to deal 1340% physical ice damage. Also applies ice weapon boost, command ultimate command ability damage plus 35% for a duration of 25 seconds. So this looks like basically the ice equivalent of what Cloud's weapon does, the fusion sword. But overall, like, you know, obviously the gear is really good, guys. And I'm going to go into this more in my to pull or not to pull video. I just wanted to take a look at the gear right off the bat, just to show you guys and just quickly talk about that for Tifa, just because I think a lot of people wouldn't see that. I didn't notice it at all, to be honest. So, you know, thank you, Liberty, for pointing that out. All right, so anyways, guys, that is going to conclude the patch updates for the 2nd year anniversary. I was really hoping that we would get something more. I kind of knew that we wouldn't, just based on this whole anniversary from the start. Everything's been a bit weird, I would say, considering the live stream and the fact that we didn't, have translations on the JP live stream for a long time. The X was quiet for a while, so it's hard to say what the future is for EC. But hopefully you guys are enjoying the game. I'm excited for this coming Guild War just to try and have as much fun with it as possible. And yeah, that being said, I will be doing a to pull or not to pull video that'll drop tomorrow morning, so I hope it does help you guys come to your decisions. And that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video today, please don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. And if you are looking for a Ever Crisis community, come join our Discord. There's a link in the description of the video. Hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Take care and peace.